Pay attention. This is going to change your life. I put a lot of thought into this 10-minute exercise I'm going to walk you through. So when I was overcoming anxiety disorder, this is what changed my life. I remember I was trying to add all these new things to my life, right? I was like, okay, I got to add meditation. I need to add all these hacks. I was drinking like chamomile tea to try and reduce my anxiety. And I was like doing all this weird, like just over the top stuff to try and overcome what my ailment was, which was anxiety disorder. And then I had this epiphany once. I was working so hard to do this. It was actually raising my anxiety. And this one day I thought, oh, well, it's not about actually changing my habits. It's about replacing my habits. Change everything for me. And it became so easy to overcome anxiety. So I've used this exact thinking model in my business. I've used it in every area of my life. And it works immediately. And it takes no effort. It just takes a replacement. So I want to actually bring you through an example of this first in your personal life. So let's go through first, how does this work in your personal life? Well, when 2 p.m. hits, do most people feel awake or do they get a little tired? So the cue is 2 p.m. hits and you feel a little tired. What are you craving? You're craving stimulation. You crave an emotion. So the routine could be that you're going to go grab a cup of, go ahead, unmute.
Coffee.
Okay. 2 p.m. hits, you have a craving, and now you do a routine of either coffee.
Or sweets.
Right? Sweets. Or you do what I do, and you shut your eyes, and you meditate. You recharge the way that you actually should recharge, and not use anything external to recharge you. So by replacing a simple 2 p.m. habit, throughout your day of coffee and sweets, when you drop in energy and you crave stimulation, you're literally able to rewire your brain in any area of your life. This applies to when you crave relief on a weekend. Do you grab alcohol or do you call a loved one or a family member? Same craving. You're just craving some form of a detachment, right? So let's talk about how this applies to your business, right? So when I was going through anxiety, the cue were my anxious thoughts and feelings. Anytime I had an anxious thought pop up or a feeling, that cue, what the craving was control, which is, I'm going to show you how this ties into your business. And the routine was to freak out about my anxious thoughts, which created this self-perpetual cycle, right? So the way you break the habit loop in any area of your life, right, is you first identify what is the cue, you change the routine, and you can even just keep the reward the same or you can change the reward. I'll show you examples on all of them. This is literally how you change your life. So I'm going to give you a quick example on this. Okay, let's say that one time you delegated. What do all business owners crave? Let's start with that. What is the answer to this question? What do all business owners crave at the end of the day? This is what limits business owners. Your craving for control is the enemy of your dreams. So let me explain this real quick. It's the difference between the rugged individualism belief and the belief of who, not how. So if you delegated your casework to someone once and they screwed it up, that is a cue. The craving of control kicks in, and your routine could be what? Do it all myself. Let me go back to the ways we did it before. I knew I was right. I should have never given up this casework. That's the old routine. That's the old non-relentless you. The relentless you would do this. The new routine would be switched. Same cue, same craving, but the routine would be, oh, I'm just going to retrain this person on the standards. Everyone just catch how easy that replacement is? Let's apply this to different examples, okay? Anxiety, okay, cue. How many of you have ever gotten scared when spending money on marketing or about to hire someone before? This happens to you when you invest. This happens to you when you delegate. This happens when you decide. This happens when you get overwhelmed. Invest, delegate, decide, overwhelm. Triggers the cue, the craving of control. And the routine is to stop. The delegate, the cue is someone screwed it up when I delegated it. I crave control. I'm taking the casework back. You you need to make a decision. Maybe it's a hiring decision. Maybe it's to roll out a new marketing initiative. You need to make a decision. You crave control. You're going into the unknown. The routine is to stop and make no decision. You feel overwhelmed again, right? You seek control, and the routine is to bury yourself in the casework that gives you the feeling of control, to bury yourself in what you do know. Then I teach you the stuff like, oh, no. The cure to control is having a clear 3-year vision. The cure to control is having a clear annual plan, clear quarterly goals. You can't be overwhelmed when you have a clear annual plan and you have clear quarterly goals. You've already made your commitments. So the things that overwhelm you, you just discard and say, oh, this doesn't relate to my quarterly goal. Vision solves overwhelm. So this is a way to actually replace, I'm talking about proactive habit design, right? So how do we actually replace these negative systems, okay? Well, we change the routine. Another way is we change the reward, okay? The reward of control is security. So you can replace your need for the reward of security with the reward of progress. I am addicted to progress, okay? I will choose progress over security any day of the week. I'm not looking for control anymore. I did that in the first 2 years of the business. It drove me crazy. You don't need control for security, okay? You need to start craving the reward of progress. Progress means you will make the investment. Progress means you will delegate. Progress means you will decide. Progress means you will not tolerate overwhelm.